So let me tell you that we all love you and use drivers absolutely round the bend, but we think about you all the time, and that was absolutely fantastic. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Club Reaction to Fenerbahce 1, Rangers 3 here on Club at 22, the Rangers podcast. Wow, wow, wow. I am Scott Carnine. Joining me tonight, I think breaking your Club Reaction cherry as well, maybe you're the good luck charm that we need, mate, is Ross McLean. Ross, that was tremendous.
No words, no words at all. I mean, as you say, we are just coming on live, mate. I don't know what to say. I'm genuinely speechless. I am honestly a bit blown away by that as well. Folks, let's just soak this in. That was an incredible performance from Rangers. A Fenerbahce side managed by arguably one of the greatest managers in the modern era, and Rangers make it look like schoolboy stuff. Incredible from Rangers, and I cannot wait to speak about it, mate. So let's be having you. Let's be having you.
Yeah, that was look. I'll caveat and I'll start this podcast by saying I know what Rangers are domestically. Genuinely, I do. I honestly didn't know what to expect from Rangers tonight. I really didn't. But what we seen tonight after the domestic absolute shit show that we have been witnessing, to go out away from home and do that in Turkey against the special one in inverted commas. What a result, honestly, what a result. That is an incredible shift. It's a brave performance and it's a thoroughly deserved win. It really is. All we asked for the other night when we spoke about it was to keep the tie alive. Rangers haven't just done that. They've put themselves firmly in the driving position now. We will be considered favourites to go through now, and Ibrox will be rocking for next Thursday night, and I already wish I was there. I genuinely already wish that I was there. And what's even better, we're going to have a week to prepare for it as well. But yeah, look, everything about tonight was great, absolutely great. I don't know what it is with this Rangers team. I don't know what the Jekyll and Hyde thing is. I've got no idea, but there's been so many performances tonight where you're like, we know what you're capable of, and that's why we probably get so frustrated as fans as well, Ross, is because we know that these players are in there. There is something in these, no, maybe not all of them, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to completely rewrite everything that I've just said, but there's so many players that you know there is something in there with you, and that's why when they let us down domestically, we get so frustrated, because no one, no matter who you are, and I know people will say that we're blowing this out of proportion, that I don't, you cannot criticise that performance. You have to only praise how brave Rangers were tonight and how ultimately we should have won that game probably by more.
No, it could have been more. I mean, if it wasn't for the cruel reality of VAR, you could be coming with 5-1 up against Fenerbahce. I mean, that's ridiculous. I know that you're right, mate. Folk will probably try and play it down. Don't let them at all. Don't let people ruin this moment for Rangers. This is more than deserved. That result, more than deserved indeed. I mean, we'll come on to it, mate, but your players like Cyril Dessers, just what a man,
Man.
what a man.
What a man.
Vashlav, whatever that is from Tierney, by the way. That's I'm going to do some research as to what it means, but it's brilliant, mate. I love it. So, it's what a performance from start to finish, and what a result for Ferguson as well. Obviously, he'll saying that is that's what I claim to fame. His first European tie for Rangers is a 3-1 win away at Fenerbahce. Not bad for some. So yeah, wow. Just on to next week, mate. On to next week.
Yeah, bring it on, absolutely. Barry Ferguson named a side tonight that I don't think many seen coming. I think when I initially seen it, I presumed we were going to be playing Yilmaz out on the left-hand side, but he kind of fooled us all, I think. He kind of fooled us all. The start 11 was Butland, Tavernier, Suter, Proper, Jeffrey, Radvan, Raskin, Barron, Diomande, Cherney and Dessers. Yeah, and Ross, when the game kicked off, he'd went with a back three with Tavernier, Proper and Suter playing at the back. I think it was vital to get John Suter back in this team. I think if Balogun, I will come on to it, if Balogun had been fully fit, I'd imagine he would have played him as well. But Proper has performed his best spells, his best performances in a Rangers jersey have been in Europe. There's been absolutely no doubt about that. But yeah, a kind of flat five, a change in formation from what we've seen. Mate, clearly there was a game plan there from the start.
It was, mate. It was literally. I was. Me and my brother were looking at the lineup before it. I was completely baffled by it. To be honest, I was like, it's the first time in a while I've looked at it, and you've not seen Igaman in there, and you're like, right, what's going on there, lads? Are we in for a long night? and it looked to me that we were almost lining up for for a draw maybe. Yeah, it was very defensive. Obviously, bringing back in the likes of a Connor Barron out from the cold. But yeah, from the start, it was very much a Rangers team that I've not recognised in terms of how we're kind of lining up. But listen, it more than proved to be the right choice. Yeah, it proper. We'll come on to poor Robin. But
Poor man,
yeah,
poor man.
for the time that he was on, no really complaints. But yeah, it was a bold statement from Ferguson. But boy, did it pay off. The boy did it pay
Yeah,
off.
but definitely even bringing Barron back into the team, who's kind of been out in the cold. John Lammy, thank you very much, mate. That's so much appreciated. Very much appreciate that, mate. For the donation, that's so nice of you. Thanks very much. And yeah, bringing Barron back in from the cold, I was like, God, he's been brave here. Mega Man not being in the team, and a lot of them screaming for that. No Hadji, no Barami. I was like, he's definitely got something in mind here about what he's going to do and how he's going to try and kind of implement our game plan onto Fenerbahce. And honestly, from the start, mate, I thought it worked. And I thought some of the passing that we were doing in the middle of the park with Diomande being slightly further forward, and for once, I'm not going to sit here and have question marks over Diomande because he was absolutely tremendous tonight. He really was, and we started to play really good football at times. I was like, "Whoa, this is different." We've started really well, and then it gets even better with Dessers. Don't get me wrong, Fenerbahce's defending here is definitely questionable, no doubt about it. But Rangers don't give up. Kind of ricochets back off of Tierney. After initially, I thought Diomande would have got a foul for going down the way that he did. It kind of ricocheted off Tierney. As I say, Dessers doesn't give up on it. Rounds the keeper, puts it in. The referee holds the watch aloft to say it's over the line, and this is the one time tonight for Cyril in terms of scoring goals that he was on the correct side of the line and not the wrong. Um, well, maybe one of them's definitely questionable for me, possibly even two. But anyway, let's not get bogged down in that. But yeah, mate, the perfect possible start. 1-0 up within 6 minutes. I thought, oh, something's on here. Something is on.
Something is on, mate. Something is on. It's fantastic from Dessers. The guy, the one thing that I think we're quite fair, which we always give Dessers. He never gives up. He always gives his all. And the fact that he's getting on the end of that, and it was tight. You've seen the. Oh, thank you very much, Stephen Gillespie. That's ridiculous. Thank you very much,
Thank
folks.
you, Stephen. Cheers, mate.
Obviously you see I guess the replay of it, and jigs, it is tight, but for what it's worth, Dessers outstanding, absolutely outstanding. I think it was Diamande and Tierney who kind of put the pressure on just before it. But what a start! It was giving me kind of, even early on this season when Barami scored there. I think it was against, was it Malmo? I think, whatever. And one thing you crave is that early goal in an away game. It just completely, probably from a Fenerbahce point of view, it probably rattles them a wee bit. But I doubt they would have been expecting that after the last few games Raiders have played. So what a start! What a start! And yes, I'm glad to see we built on that. And yeah, we were well and sure on our way.
We were, and it turned into one of those kind of proper European ties. One that even if a neutral's watching, going, "This is a cracking game of football." I thought Rangers were dominant with no, maybe not dominant at the start, but the better of the two teams at the start. The way we were playing, the way we moved the ball forward, I thought we looked the most dangerous. Fenerbahce did start to grow into it. There's absolutely no doubt that they did, but they were always going to. They had a few chances, one kind of skied over the bar that they probably should score from. We had a few warning signs, that's for absolute sure, but we were managing to hold our own. We were managing to stay in the tie, and then Jack Butland decided, well, Proper's playing that good, I'll just headbutt him back to Glasgow. This from Jack Butland is absolutely, ludicrous. I don't know what he's thinking here. There's clearly no communication between him and Proper. He clears him out with his head, man. Like, he knocks him pretty much spark out. You immediately knew Proper was going to have to come off the pitch. Again, a bit, I'm not that I'm Proper was decent and he started well, but it was going to upset the rhythm because it always does. A substitution, we were settled within the game. Yes, we were maybe riding our luck a little bit at that point, but Butland, for whatever reason, decides to absolutely come out with his head and hit Robin Proper. A real show one, mate. Generally a real show one, but another bit of, even after it, you seen Raskin saying to Butland, like, "What are you doing? Like, what are you doing?" And there's a real there's a lack of composure in some of the decisions Jack Butland makes right now, and that's definitely one of them.
That's fresh right out the WWE. That one, that was one for you look at it and it's just it doesn't get any better the more angles you see it. Yeah, Butland he's definitely not had his finest hour the last probably few months you'd probably say. But that there tonight was yeah not good at all, not good at all. For the kind of the hopeful side, mate, Proper looked alright. Like don't get me wrong, he didn't look exactly down on earth, but he at least he was getting up and walking. So I hope that the guy's alright. Again, as you say, mate, the one guy who on a European night seems to play quite well. So it was a bit of a miss. The guy who came in for him, I thought was pretty decent for the rest of the night, but yeah, it's a moment of madness. Obviously, the whether it's the occasion, whether it's whatever, I'm not sure, but it's one we'll look back at and just well, actually, I won't want to look back at it because it makes me quite grateful that I've got a head that I do. So yeah, not a moment to look back at for Jack Butland, that's for sure.
No, not fondly at all. It was just, I think every Rangers fan at the same time went, "What are you doing?" Literally every single Rangers fan, because I was like, what are you doing? And I said, the wee man's watched the game a minute time and he's like, what are you doing? He's got me in everything that I'm saying. And he's just a crazy decision from Butland. Honestly, just absolutely mental. But yeah, brings on Balogun, which I think most of us would have wanted to see from the start anyway. Barry had mentioned pre-match that he'd felt a little bit of tightness, which immediately gave me the fear when I seen Balogun come on, because I thought, God, he'll probably last about 10 minutes here. Bluebells are blue. Thank you so much. That is absolutely fantastic. Very much appreciated. Honestly, you don't need to do stuff like that when you do, but it means the world to us generally. We really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. That's brilliant. But yeah, Balogun comes on and then we concede. And I always thought, even though with the good start that we had, I thought the chances are they're probably going to score. You've always got that in your head against a European team, especially when you're playing away, that they are probably going to score. And it's from a corner, the most Rangers thing in the world that we concede from a corner. Balogun can't defend the kind of second ball that goes towards the back post, and it's a cracking finish the way he kind of spins and hits it. I'm maybe being overcritical here, Ross, but I think Butland should do better. I know it's quite close to him and I know it's hit quite fast, but when you've seen the replay from behind the goal, I thought you should maybe get a hand to that. It might have not done enough to keep it out, but maybe I'm picking holes in it. Maybe I don't need to, but it was one each, and I thought, right, Rangers, just don't collapse now. Just keep doing what you were doing. Get yourself back into the game. Get a bit of the possession back as well, because we lost that. We did quite well in possession. When Fenerbahce had their period when they were building to that goal, they were quite dominant in possession. But am I being too harsh on Jack Butland there?
I'm kind of in the same boat as you, mate. As soon as I saw it, you saw that it's more the angle behind the goal that made me question it. You know, you saw that he could have maybe got his hands up. I don't know if it is maybe just because it's probably been a bit, everyone's probably been a bit critical of Butland recently, so it probably stands out quite a bit. But it is a cracking finish from, as you say. It's a finish that you expect to see from a team like Fenerbahce. But as you say, it was just kind of about making sure that the heads don't drop after that. And I think after that, there was a spell where ultimately Fenerbahce, the home team, they're going to have the lion's share possession.
Yeah.
But Rangers, they dealt with it well. It could be very easy for Rangers to let the head drop. Domestically, if that happens, do you let the head drop? I don't know, but they held out there in the cauldron of Istanbul. So yeah, it was very much about just keeping the head, and they did, which was marvelous. It was marvelous to see.
It's a nice change, isn't it? It's a nice change to see Rangers keeping the head and being quite positive about a reaction after a team draw level with us. And I thought we did. I thought we reacted very well to it. We did get ourselves back into the game when we were getting possession. We were playing intelligent passes. We were breaking intelligently as well. We were making the right decision more often than not, which is not something we've been doing often. It really isn't. And this goal, I mean, Cyril Dessler's he was taking he was just putting on a show tonight. He was putting on a show for everybody. The 1-2 kind of pass, nobody sees it coming. I don't even see it, because there's no one that says that he's going to play this pass. Czerny plays it to Dessler's on the right. Dessler's first time pass plays it back in the middle of the box. I'm thinking, what are you doing? Czerny has continued his run. Czerny first time, composed as you like, running away from goal pretty much, turns it into the bottom corner, and we finished the half 2-1 up, mate. And it's kind of dreamland stuff for me. It really is. I'm going, honestly, what a half of football. An absolute whirlwind of a half of football. But ultimately, we responded better than I expected us to after. And they called them Istanbul after Fenerbahce drew level. And this goal, the pass from Dessers, the finish from Tierney, yes, more and more of that. It's a fantastic goal.
Wow, just wow. There's some certain goals in Europe that I'll watch back. I'll go out of my way to watch back. That's one of them. Just it worked out absolutely perfectly. Tierney picking up the ball middle of the park. He did that quite a bit tonight. He's kind of almost at times it looked like he was playing in like a sort of 10. Obviously he wasn't, but he's kind of drifted into those sort of areas. Feeds the ball out to Dessers, and like you, mate, I was like, "What are you doing? You've given it away." But I shall happily eat the humble pie, and what a finish from Tierney as well, first class from him. And you go in at the half, mate. It's a great time to score. And yeah, it's a goal and assist for Dessers, another goal for Tierney, and it's just what Rangers do on a Thursday. I don't know what it is, but it's what we do. But Václav Tierney, another performance that we'll speak about for a long, long time with the two of them.
Yeah, the Rangers I thought we just settled. I really do. I think Balogun and Shooter just kind of slipped into an old routine of them playing together, both who were absolutely superb tonight. Diomande in the middle of the pitch as well, excellent for me. Barron as well, I thought was putting a hell of a shift in from a guy coming in from out the cold. Up against Amrabat, who is a great football player, generally brilliant football player. He was always going to get kind of beat at points, but I thought his effort, his desire, his application of everything that he was doing, I thought it was spot on considering he's not played a lot of football for us. So full credit goes to him for that. Into the second half, and we start the same way as we started the half. I thought Rangers, once we got the ball off the initial kind of bit that Fenerbahce had, maybe the couple of minutes of possession they had, we looked dangerous again. And then Dessers had the ball in the net not only once but twice, both ruled off for offside for, I mean, the finest of margins. I mean, the first one to me, I'll need to see what bit they've ruled, or if it's ever going. I'm sure it'll be dissected. I really will. Even with us winning 3-1 tonight, it'll be dissected. It looks like they've gave him offside for his arm. You can't score with your arm, so he shouldn't be offside with his arm. I'm pretty sure that's the rule, that you can't be offside with your arm because you can't score with your arm. So I'm pretty sure that's the rule. You can correct me if I'm wrong if you know any different, Ross. And then the second one, both finishes, in fact, it was absolutely both finishes. His movement was great. His touch was great. Where he was positioned and where he was choosing to put his shots was great. The goal must have looked about 150 foot wide to Cyril Dessers tonight, because it felt like every time he went forward he was going to score. He gave their defenders hell tonight, absolutely hell, and he's very unlucky, mate, to not be walking away with a hat-trick tonight.
There was a tweet from CJ Novo who said offside Dessers is the best player in the world, and I could not agree more. Offside
Yes,
Dessers is Ballon d'Or worthy. I've said it, but it's so unlucky for the lad. I'm the exact same you. I turned around to my brother. That's his arm. It looks like his arm, and as you say, you can't score with his arm. So obviously, we've just came off from watching the game. We haven't been able to watch it back. It might have been a bit more clearer. I'll need to go back and look at it, but it does look like his arm. I don't know. It's again, we'll come back to it obviously tomorrow night on Club Live, but Cyril Dessers for the whole night was just that's what the boy's capable of. And you know what? Fools on me for not starting him in the predicted lineups on Tuesday. I thought it was going to be Egerman from the start. D9, I apologise, sir, because that was an outstanding performance from start to finish. Absolutely had the whole of the back line on toast. So it's again another performance we'll look back at fondly with Dessers. And wow, what we should call it Dessers Thursdays, because he always seems to have his impact. And absolutely delighted for him.
Yeah, Curry said there is where it might have been his shoulder. Possibly just the way the lines were drew. I don't know. I've not had a chance. I'd say we've literally come on just after full time, so I've not really had a chance to sit and properly look through it all again. But when I initially seen it, I went, that's his arm. Anyway, then I say the second one, the finish, superb, man. Honestly, the finish is great. Even the way that he takes it, I thought, brilliant. And this one's his toe that's offside, and I'm like, oh, big man. And I was beginning to think, please don't be one of the nights where we get sucker punched twice here and we end up getting beat, getting beat 3-2, because I don't think we deserved it, because I thought we went from strength to strength throughout that game. Jose Mourinho started flinging things at a wall and hoping they would stick. He changed his players very, very quickly. I think he was trying to battle the true special one in Barry Ferguson, because I don't think he can escape praise tonight but Barry's got it spot on. The team, the management team, they've got it absolutely spot on tonight. He's threw a curveball in and it's worked an absolute treat. And then we finally make it three, mate. The pass from Nico Raskin for this goal to Tierney is world class, genuinely world class. It's inch perfect. Tierney's on and he's used every bit of energy that he had left in him because he looked absolutely knackered, but he's used every bit of energy. 2 touches, composure, everything you're looking for in a European tie like this, especially at the time of game that it was. Tucks it away into the corner, round the keeper to make it 3-1, and I go mental in the living room while silently mental. Everybody will know what I mean by that, who has younger humans that you need to look after. It was very silent, but I was going absolutely ballistic as finally we were 3-1 up and we were thoroughly deserving of our lead.
Thoroughly deserving, mate. Thoroughly deserving. You're right. That pass from Raskin. That's the one thing that Raskin's actually brought into his game has been his numbers. That's an assist and a half. Brilliant from Dessers as well to hold up the ball, and just Tierney again. As much as at times he'll frustrate, he comes back with numbers. It's an outstanding finish from Tierney. And you're right. The fact that the guy's got the energy to go at that speed and just again composed head in that moment where if we don't score that, maybe is it a different story in the night. So Tierney, all credit goes to him again. Another outstanding performance from him. And yeah, it's the very least what we deserved. As we said at the start, it could have been 4, could have been 5. So at least coming away with that goal to kind of hopefully what would have imagined would have hopefully have cemented the win. Outstanding. So again, as you say, Ferguson, the lot deserve all the praise that they'll get tonight.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. And look, there's going to be the come down from it where people go, why can't we do this domestically? And I am fully on that boat. But for tonight, after everything that we've witnessed in the past 3 home games especially, I'm going to enjoy that one. I'm absolutely going to enjoy that one. Don't get me wrong, we came under pressure. We defended for our lives. We had Balogun, we had Suter, both solid as a rock. Suter literally flinging himself in front of the ball, putting his body on the line over and over again. Absolutely tremendous performance by him. There is generally, and even Butland making a great save towards the end as well. The rest was the rest of the team. There's so many you can go through, and it's interesting. I think everybody would have a different man of the match tonight, and that's full credit to the team's efforts tonight. It really is. Just fantastic. It really is, and we get a full week now to prepare for it. Rangers thoroughly deserved the 3-1 win tonight. There's no getting away from that. I think Rangers deserve the credit that they will get, and they have to harness this. They really do have to harness this for the rest of the season. I know domestically there's hee-haw we can go for, but we need to come out and we need to show. I mean, you see even 50% of what we've seen tonight, you beat the rest of the teams in this league. You really do. But maybe barring the Old Firm. But that's we're not asking you to hit these sort of levels every week, but we know that you've got this in you. And tonight, absolutely great. I would be shocked if we see Rangers going back to the 4-3-3 now. I think Ferguson will decide that he's going to do something different to see if he can get the action out of players domestically. But for tonight, just amazing. I'm very proud of the team tonight. Very, very proud of the team tonight. And Rangers are thoroughly deserved winners, and we put ourselves in a fantastic position for the second leg. And I can't wait to get the Ibrox ready. I really can't wait. Ross, who is your man of the match tonight?
Wow. I think there's definitely a few contenders for me. As you say, John Suter from the guy's just an absolute rock at the back tonight. Raskin, he could still be running about just now, outstanding. Tierney, I thought again, just the numbers are slowly adding up, and he's making that 6.5 million look like an absolute bargain. But for me, it's got to be Cyril Dessers number 9. I know he only came away with the 1 goal. It's a 1 goal and 1 assist, sorry. But what a performance from him! It's a guy who we all know what Cyril Dessers goes through at Rangers, but he keeps coming back, and my goodness, am I glad he stayed in January, because that's the sort of performances that he can bring out on a Thursday. So I've got to give it to big CD9 tonight, mate.
The Nigerian Nightmare, mate, is definitely a shout. There's no way I'm going to get away from it. But because how good Rangers were tonight, I'll give it to somebody else because I think there's more than just him probably deserve it. But if I was to pick my own, it would be Dessers. He was tremendous tonight. Honestly, just absolutely fantastic. He's a conundrum of a player, he really is. But tonight he was absolutely excellent. I'm going to give it to John Souttar because I just thought he put everything on the line tonight from a guy that's been out injured for a while. To come back, but in a performance like that at that level, I can't ask much more from our centre half. I really can't. He's a very good siege defender, John Souttar, and tonight he was the rock of everything. I thought he was great. You could go through. Tierney was great. Tierney was great. I thought Diomande was absolutely superb as well. From a bit ropey performances we've seen from him of late, he was great. Balogun was solid when he came on. Proper had started well. Barron again came in, did his job with all these might, with everything that he had in him. So yeah, there is many it could go to, but I will. I'll give it to Souttar, and you can give it to Dessers. That seems fair enough. Ross, I'm away for a lie down. And flick through social media for a wee while because I've enjoyed that tonight. I really have enjoyed that, and I needed it. We all needed it. We all needed something like that. We needed a bit of a lift, a bit of a spring in our step again. And yeah, we've put ourselves in a position where we could be looking at a last 8 tie in the Europa League. Amazing, genuinely amazing. But mind-boggling how we're doing it. Honestly, don't understand it. There will be all sorts of psychiatric books and studies done into this Rangers team. There's absolutely no doubt about it, but I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to enjoy tonight, that's for sure. Ross, for tonight and until tomorrow night, mate, well, we will wax lyrical more about tonight's performance. Thank you for joining me.
Oh, I cannot wait, folks. Make sure you're there because tomorrow night is going to be absolutely glorious. I can't wait. I'm going off, getting the pajamas on, getting the highlights on, and just wow, what a night for us Rangers fans. Quickly, massive condolences, obviously, to the gent who out in Turkey,
Absolutely.
the incident out there. So massive condolences to him and his family, and hopefully tonight we'll brought the family a wee smile tonight. But no, great to be on as always, mate. And yes, we'll see you for tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. Well said, Ross. I can't add much more to that, mate, than what you said. Absolutely condolences for everybody here at Club at 22 about that kind of tragic news out there. So yes, everybody, we will be back tomorrow night with more of the same. Mr. Pearson is in the hot seat tomorrow night. He's giving me the night off, so you'll get to see his cheery face, and he might even praise Proper because I've time-stamped a chat that he sent me, a wee message that he sent me about Proper tonight. So things can change in football so quickly, can't they? Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you for the donations as well. If you could, like the video, subscribe to the channel, all the usual stuff. We'll be back tomorrow night at 8 p.m. The new time for Club Live. We'll be back at 8 p.m. tomorrow night to speak more about this game. And I, for one, cannot wait. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday night, everybody. I am sure you will. We are Club at 22, the Rangers podcast. Cheers, everybody.